Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we'll talk about middlewares and applying middlewares upon the whole application in Grandjs. So in the last video we talked about how the middlewares concept is working and how the middlewares is applied and how them are useful. And in this tutorial we will talk about how to implement middlewares in Grandjs to apply a middleware upon the whole application. So in this application, our project we are working on, I have roots directory, and inside this roots directory I have admin router, and also I have products router and a profile router. So what I want to do actually is applying a middleware upon the whole application, because I want this middleware to be executed when I request any route or any URL related to any router is defined here. And to do that, actually the process is easy and simple. So to do that, as you know, in Express there is a common function you called use, and actually use means you want to use a middleware or inject a middleware inside the stack. So the same is here in Grandjs. So you can see you can say server.use, and actually this is a method takes one param, and this param is a function, and actually this function is considered as your middleware. And this function actually takes 3 params, and you can find its definition here. This function takes request and response and next, and request actually represents the request object that this URL or this HTTP request made, and you have the response to respond this request, and you have next, which is a next function to continue to the next middleware or the next handler inside the stack. So here I have request and response and next. What I want is define a new property inside the request object and access this property inside any route from the routes that are defined in our routers. So here I can say request dot middle where could be equal for example first middle where, and save this and go to my admin router. And inside dashboard definition here, I want to access, so I can console .log this .request and take the name that I defined here and say, for example, this .request.middleware, and see what will happen. So I will go to my terminal and run npm run dev to run the project in development mode, and go to my browser here and go to localhost 3000/admin/dashboard and see what will happen here. Actually the middleware is currently working. And how I know this that middleware is working, because if you see here the request is still hanging, and this means that the middleware is until under processing and didn't go to the next middleware or the next handler in the stack. And this happened because I didn't return here the next, and next means go to the next middleware or the next handler. So I can say return next and call this function and save it. So now I can revisit my application and open the terminal. As you can see here, first middleware, and this actually is output from from console.log in admin router in dashboard in url/dashboard. And actually this applied because we defined this message inside the request property middleware, and actually this behavior enables you to inject some properties and some definitions, custom methods, custom definitions inside your request and response objects before applying the last handler or the last middleware. And also we can ignore this, so we can remove this console.log and we can work inside this middleware. So we can for example do console.log, this is my global middleware, and save it and go to my browser, reload, and you can say you can see this is my global middleware. And when I go to any URL inside my application, however this URL is invalid URL or not defined root, so you can see here also this is my global middleware. And when I go to my, for example, profile, which is defined URL, this is admin profile, and see the console, this is my global middleware. So this middleware actually is applied on the whole application and is applied on every request and every route that is defined in any router inside this whole Grandjs application. So hopefully guys, the concept of applying middleware in the whole application is working fine with you, and you got it. And thank you for watching this video. In the next video we will talk about how to apply a middleware with the same principles and with the same functionality on a specific router, to apply this middleware on all routes inside this router just. And thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.